Hi, it's Vicky with Conde Systems Technical Support, and today I'm in Photoshop, and the purpose of this video is to show you how to use a jig. We have jig templates now for our phone inserts of all kinds, iPhone, Galaxy. We have the new jig templates that are also created and placed on PartnerNet. And with that in mind, I wanted to demonstrate what I know, or what I think hopefully will be beneficial in using these templates with jigs, or using these jig templates with your images, should I say. If you've used one of the Conde templates here, then in Photoshop, you know that Photoshop works as layers. And to the right over here, usually when I make a template, I'll include two layers, one at the top, meaning that the order in which you see the layers is the order in which what would be on top. So if you think of this top layer here that I'm going to click on, highlighted, the U4212 jig template, if you think of that as a keyhole, and what's behind it would be your image. So clicking on the top layer would be like selecting this white area here. So basically, if you can even see that, you can see a little white cross in there. I know it's hard to see, but this basically is the bigger picture of what you've got. If you click on the bottom layer, the second layer, then that's the layer where I usually name it place your image or graphic here. That means I want you to click on that layer for placing your images. Now what's a little more challenging about this particular template is that, one, it's a jig template, don't let that throw you off, but it's also this would be a good demo for how to place multiple images on a document. Okay, so creating your document with multiple images, jig templates are already laid out for you. This is like a legal size document here, and on a legal size document, as we know, it's 8.5 by 14. This is a portrait style, and I need to place 4 images in here, and I need them sized and ready to go in each one of these squares. I have this selected, but in order to place an image on this layer, I must first have my image ready to go. Okay, so there's nothing magic about the templates here at Conde. They don't size on and place your images. Your image must be created, sized, ready to put in there. You may have to tweak it a little bit, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well, but there shouldn't be much tweaking at this point when you get ready to use templates here, Conde. So you got to kind of have some general idea how your image is going to look through this keyhole. Okay, so let's get started. Select your layer, place image or graphic here, come up, click File on left click. I use Place, and it went straight to my folder using jigs in Photoshop document. Okay, so you need to know where your image is. I've already got my image in here. It's ready to go. I'm just going to click on it. At this point, I'm going to left click on Place, and it centers it here in the document, so I'm going to select it, and I'm going to move it to the first location. Okay, now as you can see, I still have this bounding box around here, and at this point it's allowing me to size or resize if I want to. I personally had it sized just the way I wanted to, but if I needed to tweak it a little bit, I could. But because I have this hole lined up the way I want it, I just want to leave it alone. Okay, but again, this can be used to kind of tweak in your image size, but I'm ready to go. So now what I need to do is I can just click on it, double click, and that image is in here. Okay, so now what I'm ready to do is go back to File, Place, select my image again, Place, and now I'm ready to move this into the location. Okay, that's my second location, all ready to go. So I'm just going to double click this. Now some people have a simpler way. There are hotkeys for duplicating images in Photoshop. I'm just showing you one of the ways in which you can go about placing images. I use my file place because I like to size it, make sure everything's in there correctly. You can also right click and duplicate layers. That's another way to do it. Okay, but so there's several ways to do this. Keep in mind I show you basically a way in which I use it, and I like to use the file place. Select my image. I may have a separate image I want. You don't always have to use the same image, so if I had a different design in here I could select it as well. But I'm going to place the image, and now I'm ready to kind of line it up in here. And again, this is a little bit of just this is a demo. You'll spend probably a little more time perfecting yours, but in the demo I just want to show you how the tools are used and the best way that I know to go about using them. And now, as you can see, with every image I add, I'm adding layers. So for the last, I'm going to go File, Place again, select my image, left click on Place, and now I'm ready to move this image down. Okay, and double click, and there you have it. That's ready to print. Of course, you could choose your printer, select your layout, make sure everything's lined up, go to print preview, see how things are going to come out, reverse your image if needed. At this point you're ready to print, and that's a demo of how to use our jig templates here in Photoshop. This is CS3. The file place tool is also in other versions of Photoshop, so it works the same. Shouldn't have any problem there, but feel free to give us a call at Conde, and we'll be happy to make sure that that we've got the message out there if you have any questions. Again, this is Vicky with Conde Systems. Thank you.